Have you ever felt like a single harsh comment, an unexpected setback, or someone else's bad mood could ruin your entire day? You wake up with energy and focus, but by noon, a condescending email from your boss, a sharp remark from a loved one, or a sudden change in plans leave you feeling anxious, angry, and exhausted. In our modern world, emotional fragility has become an epidemic. Society conditions us to react to every stimulus, care deeply about the opinions of strangers, and view ourselves as helpless victims of external circumstances. We scroll through social media and let dopamine algorithms dictate our self-worth. We seek constant validation from people who do not even know us. And we crumble the moment life throws an obstacle in our path. Think about the staggering cost of this emotional reactivity. How much mental energy do you waste every single day replaying arguments in your head? How many opportunities have you missed because you were terrified of criticism, failure, or rejection? When you allow external events and other people's behaviors to dictate how you feel, you surrender your personal freedom. You become a puppet pulled by invisible strings of circumstance. How do we break free from this state of perpetual vulnerability? How do we cultivate an emotional shield so strong that no insult, no crisis, and no societal pressure can shatter our peace of mind? 2,000 years ago, the most powerful man in the ancient world faced these exact challenges on a scale few can imagine. As the Emperor of Rome, Marcus Aurelius carried the staggering weight of an empire facing constant warfare, devastating plagues, economic collapse, and political betrayal. Yet, amidst the chaotic storms of his reign, Marcus Aurelius remained renowned for his unshakable emotional resilience, wisdom, and inner peace. He did not achieve this state of supreme self-mastery through good fortune, but through daily philosophical practice. In his private journal, now known as the Meditations, Marcus Aurelius documented 4 profound Stoic rules for building an unshakable mind. Life advice that modern society often ignored, but which holds the key to true emotional liberation. In this video, we will explore Marcus Aurelius's 4 Stoic rules for emotional resilience, giving you the practical tools to stop caring what people think. Master your internal world and stand strong against any storm life throws at you. Rule 1. Build the inner citadel of your mind. In a world that constantly demands your attention, reaction, and anxiety, the first step toward emotional resilience is creating a sanctuary within yourself. The Stoics referred to this concept as the inner citadel, an impenetrable fortress of the soul that no external chaos can invade. In Book 4, Chapter 3 of his Meditations, Marcus Aurelius wrote, "People look for retreats for themselves in the country, by the coast, or in the hills. There is nowhere that a person can find a more peaceful and trouble-free retreat than in his own mind. So, constantly grant yourself this retreat and renew yourself." Modern society tells you that peace is something you must search for externally. You are taught to believe that if you just buy that new car, go on that luxury vacation, or get that promotion, you will finally feel calm and secure. But Marcus Aurelius realized that external retreats are temporary illusions. If your mind is filled with anxiety, resentment, and desire, taking your body to a quiet beach will not grant you peace. You will simply carry your inner noise with you. True resilience comes from realizing that your mind is your only ultimate home. In Book 8, Chapter 48, Marcus Aurelius recorded one of his most famous observations. Remember that the guiding mind becomes invincible when it retracts into itself and rests content with itself, doing nothing that it does not choose to do, even if its position is unreasonable. A mind free from passions is a citadel, for man has nothing more secure to which he can fly for refuge and remain for the rest of his life impregnable. Building your inner citadel means learning to step back into your own consciousness whenever chaos erupts around you. When someone yells at you or a project fails, do not immediately react outward. Instead, retreat into your internal sanctuary. Breathe deeply. Ground yourself in reason. And remember that nothing external can enter your mind without your consent. By cultivating this daily mental sanctuary, you become immune to the turbulence of the outside world. Rule 2: refuse to be harmed by other people's opinions. Why are so many people emotionally fragile today? Because they have handed the keys to their self-worth over to the crowd. We live in a culture obsessed with status, approval, and social validation. We fear judgment so intensely that we shape our clothes, our careers, and even our thoughts to avoid public disapproval. Marcus Aurelius observed this bizarre human contradiction 2 millennia ago. In Book 12, Chapter 4 of the Meditations, he wrote a line that strikes at the very heart of human insecurity. I have often wondered how it is that every man loves himself more than all the rest of men, but yet sets less value on his own opinion of himself than on the opinion of others. Consider the profound absurdity of this habit. You know yourself better than anyone else. You know your intentions, your values, your struggles, and your character. Yet, the moment a stranger on the internet or a casual acquaintance makes a critical judgment about you, you drop your own self-assessment and adopt theirs. You allow their random, uninformed opinion to make you feel inadequate, humiliated, or angry. In Book 4, Chapter 18, Marcus Aurelius offered a liberating antidote. How much time he gains who does not look to see what his neighbor says or does or thinks, but only at what he does himself to make it just and holy. Do not look around at the dark morals of others, but run straight along the line without veering. To build true emotional resilience, you must adopt the Stoic perspective on public opinion. Other people's thoughts about you are completely outside your control, and therefore, they are none of your concern. When someone criticizes or insults you, ask yourself, is their criticism true? If it is true, learn from it and improve. There is no need to be angry. If it is false, it is simply a reflection of their own misunderstanding or ignorance. There is no reason to be hurt. When you stop seeking external validation and measure your worth solely by your own character and integrity, the opinions of others lose all power over you. You become emotionally bulletproof. Rule 3. Transform obstacles into emotional strength. When life goes according to plan, remaining calm is easy. But true emotional resilience is not tested in calm waters. It is forged in the furnace of adversity. When tragedy, financial loss, or personal betrayal strikes, most people collapse into self-pity, asking, "Why is this happening to me?" The Stoics approached hardship with a radically different mindset. They did not view obstacles as misfortunes to be mourned, but as fuel for growth, an opportunity to practice virtue and build emotional muscle. Marcus Aurelius articulated this timeless principle in Book 5, Chapter 20 of the Meditations. In a sense, people are our proper occupation, but when they stand in the way of our proper duties, they become indifferent to us, no less than the sun, the wind, or a wild beast. Our actions may be impeded by them, but there can be no impeding our intentions or our dispositions, because we can accommodate and adapt. The mind adapts and converts to its own purposes. The obstacle to our acting, the impediment to action, advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way. This principle, the obstacle is the way, is the ultimate formula for emotional toughness. Instead of seeing a setback as a wall that stops your progress, view it as a weight in a mental gymnasium. A difficult boss is an opportunity to practice patience. A painful breakup is an opportunity to practice self-sufficiency. A financial failure is an opportunity to practice resourcefulness and humility. In Book 10, Chapter 33, Marcus Aurelius used a powerful metaphor to describe this resilient mind. A fire consumes whatever is thrown into it. A small flame is extinguished by a damp cloth, but a blazing fire rapidly absorbs whatever is tossed upon it, grows brighter, and consumes it completely. Weak minds are like small candles, easily blown out by the slightest gust of misfortune. But a resilient Stoic mind is like a blazing bonfire. No matter what hardship life throws into your fire, whether it is grief, failure, or opposition, your mind consumes it, converts it into wisdom and strength, and burns even brighter as a result. Rule 4. View life from the heights of eternity. Why do daily troubles cause us so much emotional anguish? Because we suffer from psychological myopia. We zoom in so close to our immediate problems that they swallow our entire horizon. A missed flight, a broken computer, or a heated disagreement feels like the end of the world because in that moment we forget the bigger picture. To conquer this narrow perspective, Marcus Aurelius practiced a powerful mental visualization exercise known as the view from above. He regularly zoomed his mind out, rising above his immediate life to view himself from the vast scale of nature, history, and the universe. In Book 9, Chapter 30 of the Meditations, he wrote, "Look down from above upon the countless gatherings of men, their thousands of ceremonies, their varied voyages in storm and calm, and the changes of those coming into being, coexisting and passing away. Consider also the life led by others long ago, the life that will be led by others after you, and the life now led among barbarian nations." And in Book 7, Chapter 48, he reinforced this cosmic view. He who discusses men should look at earthly things as if from some vantage point above them. Look at gatherings, armies, farms, marriages, divorces, births, deaths, the noise of law courts, deserted places, foreign peoples of every kind, festivals, lamentations, markets, a mixture of all things and an ordered harmony of opposites. When you practice the view from above, your emotional perspective changes instantly. Imagine floating up into the sky, looking down at your city, your country, the entire planet Earth, spinning silently in the dark cosmic expanse. From this height, your mountain of stress shrinks into a tiny grain of sand. The argument you had this morning, the traffic delay, the social media drama, all of it becomes utterly insignificant against the backdrop of eternity. Whenever you feel overwhelmed by anxiety or anger, take a deep breath, step back, and view your life from above. Remind yourself how brief your time on earth truly is. Realize how foolish it is to spend your precious fleeting moments consumed by petty conflict. By anchoring your mind in the vastness of time and space, you gain instant clarity, emotional balance, and profound peace. Conclusion: master your mind, master your fate. Emotional resilience is not an inherent trait reserved for a chosen few. It is a discipline that anyone can cultivate through practice. You do not need to be a Roman emperor to live with unshakable calm, dignity, and strength. Recap Marcus Aurelius's 4 Stoic rules for emotional resilience. First, build the inner citadel of your mind. Grant yourself a daily mental retreat and realize that true peace resides inside your own consciousness, not in external possessions. Second, refuse to be harmed by other people's opinions. Measure your worth by your own character and values, rather than chasing the fickle approval of the crowd. Third, transform obstacles into emotional strength. Treat every hardship as a workout for your soul, adopting the mindset that the obstacle is the way. Fourth, view life from the heights of eternity. Zoom out to the cosmic perspective to see how small and fleeting your daily troubles truly are. Starting today, when life tests your composure, when criticism comes, when plans fail, or when chaos erupts, remember that you hold the power over your own mind. Stand firm, anchor yourself in stoic wisdom, and cultivate the resilient spirit of a true philosopher. If this video inspired you, please like, subscribe, and share it with someone who needs strength today. Leave a comment below sharing which rule resonated with you the most. Stay strong, stay disciplined, and master your mind.